to my channel. So today I am bringing you guys back another video. As you guys seen by the title of this video, I am going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about my diabetes. I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know how has it been for me down the road, how is it going now, and then what has been an obstacle that I have not be able to do because of my diabetes. But if you guys like this type of videos, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a heart down this in the comments, just so I know that you guys are supporting me. But stay tuned. Okay, you guys, so diabetes, it is a big disease in my house. Well, not my house, my family. Diabetes comes from my grandpa, my grandma, my dad's side. My dad has diabetes, and I unfortunately was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 10 years old. So when I was little, I'll go ahead and try and leave some pictures. When I was little, I was a really big kid, and doctors will always tell my parents, you guys need to take care of her because her neck is dark, and that's a sign of pre-diabetes. So I will go to school and kids will make fun of me because they will say that I didn't shower. I even had teachers in elementary school giving me soap to take home. They would just say it in a nice way, and I was a little girl. I wouldn't like see it in a mean way, but they would just tell me like, oh, I bought you this, so you know when you shower you can go ahead and put it on. And for a long time I really thought it was because I was dirty, which I would shower. My mom will shower me, I would shower myself, but it wasn't because I was dirty. And like for a long time people were putting that in my head, that I was dirty, that my parents didn't shower me, blah blah blah. So this type of comments make me so mad, because till this day I do see pictures on Facebook like, if you have your neck like this, why don't you scrub it really good and then it will go away. Like, it gets me mad because you never know what that person is going through. And it was really hard for me when I was little. When I was 10, my parents got divorced. As you guys know, some of my followers I'm really close to. So my parents got divorced, and it was a really big impact for me. So I think because of the impact, I started eating. I started like, you know, just stress eating, because I was 10 years old. I was sad that my parents were getting divorced, and I never knew that that was gonna happen to me. So after that, my parents got divorced, and after like a couple weeks I started having symptoms. I started using the bathroom a lot. I will pee myself on the bed because I just couldn't hold to my pee. It was something new for me. I was just 10 years old, and I'm remembering. I remember one time we were in I forgot where I was going. We were going, it was me, my mom, my siblings, and my aunt and my cousins. We were going somewhere, and I told my mom, I was like, I really had to pee. I really had to pee. And my mom thought it was something that I was just saying. I was acting a certain way. She thought I was acting that way because, you know, she's like, oh, me and her dad just got divorced, that she just wants, you know, attention, I feel like. So one day I did pee myself. I peed myself in my underwear, and then that's when my mom started getting worried. She told my dad. My dad picked me up once, and he told me, he's like, what's going on? And I told him, I was like, I'm always drinking water. Like I crave water. That's all I crave. I don't even want to eat nothing. Then I was always going to the restroom, like urinating a lot. Like it was excessive. I was peeing myself, you know, in the bed. and I couldn't even hold my pee anymore to this point. And he's like, you're having symptoms. Because my dad, he was diabetic since he was 18. He's like, you're having symptoms. I'm taking you right away to the hospital. And back then, I did not have insurance because I'm from Mexico. So I did not have insurance. I was just a little kid, but my dad said, like, I'm going to take you to the hospital. Which, if you're from Illinois, he took me to Cook County. We went to Cook County, and, like, we told them my symptoms, and sure enough, they checked my blood sugars, and they right away went to call the doctor, nurses, everything. They came running and running and running. Like, I just saw like a bunch of them. They were putting me like a bunch of monitors. They were putting me the IV bag, which I was little. I was really scared. I was crying, and my dad was just right there next to me. I remember. I don't want to cry, but they told my dad, sir, your daughter is about to have a heart attack. Her blood sugar is 800. Why didn't you guys bring her sooner? My dad explained what was happening, and like they didn't know. So so then they checked my blood sugars, and yeah, it was 800. They kept me in the hospital. They admitted me right away. They just wanted to keep me monitored for me to not have a heart attack. So then after that, like, I got classes on how to apply insulin. My mom got classes on how to apply insulin, what to eat, what not to eat. Of course, my mom was a single mom, and like they didn't even. And my dad, I didn't live with my dad. I didn't want her to live with my dad. I wanted to live with my mom. So my mom, of course, had to work and raise, the other 3 kids. So it was a lot for her. So I started injecting myself, but I wouldn't do it how we were supposed to do it. How I was supposed to do it. I wasn't checking my blood sugar, so I was supposed to do it. It was just bad. So I was constantly in the hospitals, going back and forth with my blood sugars. They were always high. I was always admitted until one day my school nurse told my mom that she wanted to speak to my endocrinologist, which I was going to Children's Hospital. So they were like really careful with kids. I love Children's Hospital. So I got to a point where DCFS came to my house because I wasn't being taken care of. But it was just like, I knew I was being taken care of, but not the right way, because my mom couldn't. Like, she could, but she had other kids to raise. So I told them, I was like, I'm doing fine. I started going, like, I was going back and forth of how to treat my diabetes. And then they will always tell me, like, why don't you at the pump, because it will be easier for you. But I didn't have insurance, so my parents couldn't afford it. And it's a lot of money, let me tell you. So I just kept doing what I was doing till I reached 18. At 18, I was already living with my husband. So I didn't go to any doctors for a while, to endocrinologist. I just went to a family doctors that accepted me, like, with the copay. I didn't need insurance, but they kept giving me insulin for the cheaper than what it is anywhere. So it's a community doctor, so we went there, and I kept going till I was like early last year when I started working in my new job. But due to all of this, I always knew that I wanted to work somewhere where I could help people, and I wanted to do what other people were doing to me, helping me out. So then what I did was that once I finished school, I received insurance. But let me just tell you guys before all of this. So when me and my husband got together, I was pregnant, and I don't really like to talk about it, but I was pregnant, and due to my high blood sugars, I had a miscarriage. It was really hard for me. Um, then after that, we decided to try again. After what happened a year after, we tried again, and I had another miscarriage again due to my high blood sugars. So a lot of people always ask me, why don't you have kids? And it's really hard for me to say, oh, because my blood sugars, because they always tell me, um, you could do it. Like, if you want to have a kid, you could do it. And it brings me so much support. But again, I wasn't raised to I wasn't raised like to take care of myself. So it's still very hard for me. So I'm not gonna lie, it's still hard to see. When I was little, it was even harder because I wanted to eat what my other friends were eating. I wanted to, like, enjoy candy, enjoy chips. It was hard for me, and especially having other three siblings that they could have whatever they wanted and I couldn't. It was just very hard. And so hold on, let me fix the light. You could look at it a little bit better. Okay. So after that, those two miscarriages, we haven't tried again. And people keep telling me, you guys should have kids, you guys should have kids. But you guys don't know what I go through, how hard it is for me to have diabetes. And I don't want my child to have what I have, or to get something because of my fault, And believe me, I do want kids. I am like really, really wanting kids. But right now it's just not the time for me, and the time will come. So if you're watching this and you have asked me if I want kids, you guys know why. And I will really appreciate it if you let me have my kids when I think it's the right time. I'm not just gonna have them because somebody asked me to have them. And I'm not being mean. I know you guys care and you guys want me the best for me, but it's just very hard. Even if it's not me, if it's another person that you see struggling and or not having kids, don't ask them why they don't have kids yet, because you never know what that person is going through. And sometimes that person can get depression from that. And I know a couple people that I know personally that they have gone through depression because they keep getting asked why they don't have kids yet. It's just, you never know, the situation. But yeah, then recently when I finished school, I knew that I also wanted a job where I will get good insurance. I didn't want to struggle anymore because since I was little, I have never had insurance. Till right now, I am really blessed. I received insurance, and then right away I went to see my endocrinologist. I've been keeping updated with her. I have a family doctor, so I am kind of on the right track. Now, what's difficult, it is my blood sugars, because here and there I want to eat things, but I can't. But I still do, I know. Recently I went into the pump. Let me show you guys really quick the pump. Just a quick view. This is the pump, which you guys have seen. If you're on my Snapchat or my Instagram, sometimes you guys see it on my shirt. But here's how the pump looks. So here's how it looks. I went into the pump and I really love it. I love it. And this is something that I should have gotten when I was little, but I just didn't have the help that required for me to get this. Even my endocrinologist told me, she's like, how come you never got a pump? Like, that was the first thing I should have gotten. And I was like, well, you don't understand. Like, I don't have insurance. I'm not from here. So I was like, but now I have a better job, thank to God, a better lifestyle. So I'm able to afford these things. So I recently went into the pump and I'm really loving it. I do want to give you guys a little haul of what I get, how do you use this, for whoever's interested. But I do want to make a part 2. I just wanted to go ahead and explain to you guys what is diabetes for me. I just wanted to let you guys know my life story. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a little haul. I recently asked for a refill on everything, so here it is. So go ahead and stay tuned for part 2. Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to comment down below. Thank you. Bye. We dance.